Hi everybody. Welcome to another webinar produced by Altura Learning. My name is Tim Lambert and I'm joined by my colleague Julie Din. Today we're joining you to talk about the Bridge Learning Management System and in particular user management. So we'll hopefully give you some pointers, or Julie will, on how to create and maintain these users. So I'll give it over to Julie now. Over to you, Julie.
Thank you, Tim. Yes, like Tim said, I'm Julie, your Customer Success Agent here at Altura Learning. And today we'll do a little run-through demonstration in regards to the Bridge LMS Managed Users features, as well as password reset, because we do find a little hiccups here and there with that as well, and the Bridge LMS apps on your mobile devices. Now you can download that anywhere and take your learning on the go, and we'll touch upon that in a minute. Now let's jump right into adding and removing users in your Bridge app. Okay, so once you get your web browser on, you can see here, this is my organization, JD Aged Care, and the URL at the top is jdac-acc.bridgeapp.com. Just double check that that is the correct URL. Now save that somewhere important, bookmark it, write it down, just make sure that is the correct URL. So once you go onto the website, you're going to automatically be on the Learn page. What you want to do when you add someone into the system is go right down into Admin, and Users and Permission, we'll click on the drop down, and Manage Users. This here is everyone in my organization. Now let's add in a new person. By doing so, we'll click on this button, plus New User, and this box will appear. Enter a username or an email. Now, Tim, I can't emphasize this enough. You gotta put in your email. It is the most unique identifier out there. There might be multiple Julie Dins as a username, but there is only one email, okay? So I would just put in this email, Omar Simpson this is a fake, email.com, and I would press create. And there you go. That's how you add someone into the Bridge LMS. You can see Homer's page is a little bit different compared to Simon Burns here. That's quite all right. We'll clean it up a bit. So let's go into his profile. And there is a little bit of typo too, but that's okay. We will do all the fix up right in here, edit user. Okay. So once you go into there, there is personal information, first name, last name. You can add that in, but what I like to do is go right into the full name. Homer Simpson. And then you go further down here, personal identification. So I did a little bit of a typo, but that's quite all right. We'll just fix it up here as well. Okay, that's all looking good. We'll jump right down to job info. Now, here's the thing with job info. If I go into job info and write personal care worker, but there is a space right behind worker, it might not detect that with Bridge. So it is case and space sensitive. We don't like to put the job title in there, and what we do is we'll delete that out and we'll put the job info into other information. Okay, so if you go further down, you can see second position, position, and location. So when you download your users, Tim, you got to upload them into Bridge LMS as a CSV, and this is what the Customer Success Agent will do. Okay, we'll put your job title in the CSV, and we'll put job title, positions, second positions. So you got to let them know what job titles you want.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty, so we'll go right into positions, and we'll put Homer down as a personal care worker. And it's going to take a second to think. And there you go. It pops up right there. That's the one. We'll click on that. It corrected my little mistake as well. Perfect. Now, if Homer has a second job, add in his second job. He's also a enrolled nurse. He's very fancy. And if you do have multiple locations, you can add that in. Otherwise, that's enough information for the system to read and gather all this later on. Now, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to save it. Perfect. And that's just tidied up a bit, and we'll close that. Now, on here, you can see these are all the courses Homer has to learn. It's all there for him, and you get to see that. But I want to talk about these buttons here. Once you've signed Homer into Bridge, you can see his notifications. So he gets on his end, and let's click on that. Learning awaits. He gets an email from Bridge, and let's click on the eye icon. And that's what it looks like on his end. If you scroll further down, he gets to set a password. So it's all there for him.
Oh.
Yeah. The password is 48 hours expiry, but if he signs on afterwards and there's an error, that's totally fine. What we can do is we can go into the little envelope icon, send message. If you hover over it, we'll click on that. We'll click on the drop down, and we will re-invite him back into the system. So we'll click on that. There's two ways to do this. You can copy it and email it to him, or the better way is just send that through. So once that's been sent through, let's just give the system maybe 2 seconds to upload itself. And I want to know if that's been sent through too. So again, we'll go into view notifications. And there you go. There's a timestamp there as well. Great. He got the email. Perfect. So let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Now, let's say Homer decides to just leave the organization after 2 years. That's fine. That's his choice. We can delete him out of Bridge by looking for his name. And we'll go onto the 3 dots and we'll click delete. Delete learner or ask? Yes. Okay. Now he's out of the system. But let's say Homer wants to come back after all of that. He actually wants to come back. You don't have to create a new account for him. You can just restore him from the deleted section. So we'll go back into Bridge. We'll go into filter, terminated. There's a few terminations here, but let's look for Homer.
Julie, will that also restore the learning history of the learner?
Yes, definitely. So it's a
great.
soft delete, not a hard delete. It's still there on Bridge for you.
Got it. Soft delete.
That's right. Now, if you can't find his name, just at the bottom here, you can also go right at the top and just search for his name. Perfect. We'll look for the first one. We'll click on that. And we'll click restore. Takes a little bit of a time. Okay, it should update itself, but that's quite all right. We'll go back into manage users. Should take the system sometimes 10 seconds. And let's type in his name again. And there he is. He's right there. Now let's say Homer is not a learner. He's actually an admin. We can modify his roles. So we can go into modify roles. And this little box will pop up. We can give him full access to Bridge by clicking on account admin, admin, IT admin, advanced analytics, whichever the role is appropriate to him. Click on that. Now, if he's just a learner, just leave it as. You're giving him too much power. Okay? All right. We'll go back into his account and I'll show you some little differences. Okay. So you can see here, Homer Simpson, and we'll hover onto the send message icon. We'll click on that. You can send him a custom message. So let's send one to him. Hi, Homer. Glad to have you on board. Kind regards, Julie. And you can just send that through. Okay. Again, you can view the notification by going back into here and you can see message from Julie, and we'll view that again. Hi Homer, glad to have you on board. Kind regards, Julie. Perfect. He's got the message. Now, if we go back into that, we'll click on the drop down. You can see that he is listed invited. That means that he hasn't signed on to Bridge. He hasn't created his password.
Oh, okay.
Okay? But if someone has created their password and has signed on to Bridge, it will look a little bit different. So I will look into another account of a person who has signed on, and we'll go to Bruno Mars. Okay. And we'll go onto the envelope again, drop down, and password reset request. Okay, that's the difference.
Right.
So let's say Bruno Mars, 2 months from now, he forgets his password, and you as an admin, what do? You can just do this. You can send a password reset request for him. We'll click on that. You can click copy and you can email it to him, or you can just send that through there. Now, sometimes in some cases, it gets a little bit funny. They haven't received it in the inbox, they didn't get it in the junk, and you're like, what happened? What do I do?
Right.
So here's a little tip from Altura that we do, and I'll show you now. Okay, so we'll go into the envelope. We'll click on the drop down, password reset. And what you want to do is click copy. Okay, we can reset it on our end as an admin and send all the information to your learners, and they can change the password later on. So once you've copied that, let's get out of here. On the web browser, the 3 dots on the side, we'll click on that. The third one, the third tab, new incognito window, that's what we want. We'll click on that. In the search bar, we'll right click, and we'll paste that link right in, enter, and that should pop up with the password page. Perfect. So let's give this password something simple, easy to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's save it. Okay. Perfect. So that's been saved, but you want to double check and confirm that that actually works. Okay. We'll close this and we'll minimize that. We'll go back into Bruno Mars's account. We'll go into edit user. And remember when we created the unique identifier with the emails?
Yep.
We'll copy, highlight all of that. Right click, we'll copy that. Go back into the incognito page. There we go. The username, we'll paste that right in. Password 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see if that works. Most of the time, it always works.
And now you know Bruno Mars' password.
I know.
Julie, I have a question while we're waiting for this.
Yes.
When you restore a new user, do they need to create a new password every time you do that?
It depends on them. They can definitely do that. But no, they don't need to.
Oh, great. So if they remember their password, they can continue on.
That's right, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, so we've gained access into Bruno Mars's account. Perfect, that works. So we're seeing it on his point of view, and he can reset his password by going to the second last icon here, Apps and Settings. We'll click on that and change password. So current password 1234, he can change it to whatever he wants on his end. So that's what we do when there's a little bit of a pickle with password resets.
Cool.
Okay, let's close that. Let's get out of here. And let's go back to Newses. And that's everything that you need to know in regards to adding learners into the system, removing them, modifying their roles, resetting their passwords, emailing them the URLs as well. Now, sometimes, if anything, a lot of times, people don't like to learn on their laptops. They don't like to learn on their desktops as well. There's another trick. There's the Bridge app. Did you know about it?
No, I didn't.
I'll show you. Okay. So this here, and I have a little slideshow, is our Bridge app, and it works wonders. Okay, this is what it looks like on the App Store. So if you have a Google Play, an Android, an iPhone, you can go to Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then once you clicked on that, you can go right in the search bar in the apps, Bridge LMS, and click enter. And that's what it looks like on both sides. That's the Play Store, that's the App Store. So very similar, not much difference.
Yeah.
And then once you download it, install it, you can open it, and then that's what it looks like on your mobile devices as well. So setting up the account on Bridge Apps. Once you click on it, add in your URL. So for example, mine was jdac-acc.bridgeapp.com. I remember that off by heart. You can just add that into your work domain, click continue, and once you click continue, this page will pop up. It's going to say find your domain, click continue, and that is your Bridge homepage. Username, password. So again, Bruno Mars at thisisafakeaccount.com, and password, so he can remember his password, and click sign in. If he forgets his password, he can just follow the steps to set up his password again. Success, you've been logged in, learning awaits. It's all there for you. There's a few things on the app just to note if you do want notifications or not, if you do want alerts, if it's too much for you, you can do all of that in the settings. So go into your settings and click the 3 lines. Those are the settings. And this is what it will look like. It's going to say notification, and you can turn it on or off. So it's right there for you. Okay? Yeah. And that's it. That's pretty much everything I have to show you today. We covered the logins, the password resets, adding and removing users, modifying roles, as well as the Bridge app for on-the-go learnings as well. Also, there's something that we did that is quite great. It is the Bridge FAQ handbook that we've created, and it's all the resources for you in regards to onboarding, admins, author, analytics, and so much more. It's step-by-step guides and instructions with pictures for you. So if you are interested, just email your customer success agents, or you can email us at customerservice.apac@alturalearning.com as well. Yeah. So that's everything from me, Tim.
Fantastic. Thanks, Julie. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that webinar. I certainly did. We are going to be around every month producing new webinars, and so whilst we covered user management in this particular webinar, our next one will be even more exciting. We're talking about bridge reports. And while we're talking about reports, we also want to announce that we have released a matrix report, Altura Learning's custom report for the compliance industry. And this is a really great report for mandatory learning. It gives you color coding to show whether a course is overdue or whether it's on time. And you simply have to click and download it, and you have it right there. To get it set up, just reach out to us here at Altura Learning, and we'll get you started. So thanks again for attending the webinar, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.